Hi, this is Mike Mixon from Keyboardamerica.com in Lewis Beach, Delaware, home of the best Tyros 5 deals and bundles on the internet. Okay, we're going to go over the entire Tyros 5 A to Z, all the buttons, but it'll be an overview, and there'll be a video on each button separately down the road. So let's take a look at everything the Tyros has to offer. Okay, these first group of buttons up here, this is for your microphone. So you have vocal harmony, vocal effects, if you want to put on reverb on your voice, things like that. Has a talk button, so you can just simply hit that if you're talking and the reverb goes off. Vocal harmony type and a total mic setting. So let's listen to what happens. I'll choose my vocal harmony type. And I'm going to change that and do a standard trio. Here's what it's going to sound like. There's a single voice. Here's a standard trio. So you can hear multiple voices. Here's a standard trio. Might want a standard duet. Here's a standard duet. You can change, go over, put some female voices on. So I have some girls with me. So that's very cool, and there's a weird voice for you. This, of course, is your microphone volume here. This is your master volume here. This is a great button called Fade In and Fade Out. And this is an octave shift. So it gives you more keys, believe it or not, and we'll go over that in individual videos just like we will everything that I'm telling you about now. This is your pitch bend wheel, this is your modulation, and this is articulation. These buttons are amazing. Articulation happens automatically, but you definitely want to watch that video on articulation. The next thing we're going to do is move up to the recorders. Okay, right here is what we call the song recorder. A lot of people call this MIDI record. This is your audio recorder here. So you have two different recorders. Why do you have two? Well, it's great when you want to record your own song or your own music into the MIDI recorder. It allows you to do multi-track recording or just simple record and play. And if you want to burn a CD, you'd have to convert this to an audio file. So what they did on the Tyros is put an audio recorder right next door, so once you've recorded something, you can hit play and record it into the audio recorder, and you're ready to burn a CD. So that's really great. These are all your lyrics, if you want the title of the song to come up, and also the words to the songs. You're going to see that in a USB video that I'm going to make, a USB stick. And the score, it'll actually give you the sheet music. You have a metronome, and nobody's going to really use that anymore. And of course you can loop, you can do all kinds of things in these two recorders. But I don't want to make it complicated, because really all you have to do is press record and play. Right here is your style sections. So if you hit pop and rock, it's going to give you pages of pop and rock rhythm styles. So Canadian rock, British rock, there's actually 7 pages, 10 on each page, 70 pop and rock rhythms. So this is your style section, and when you press them, the screen will come up to the appropriate screen so you can go looking for your rhythm style. This is your transposer to transpose into any key, which is really a great button, and there's going to be a video on transposing too. This is your mixing console, which is pretty interesting. Multipads we're going to get into later in the multipad video, because that's a little in-depth there. Tempo control for slowing it down, speeding it up. It has a tap tempo, but I don't know anyone who ever uses that anymore. It has your auto fill in, and you can hear all about the auto fill in and the OTS link in the OTS link video. And this is your accompaniment. You turn your accompaniment on. So if you're a piano player, you have the accompaniment off, and you've got a full keyboard. with one sound. But when you turn your accompaniment on, it splits it into two keyboards so you can play it like a keyboard or an organ with the great styles we were using earlier. Here's 3 intros, 4 variations for each one of your rhythm styles. There's a rhythm break button, 3 ending buttons, sync stop, sync start, and start stop. So the only one we'll ever use here is sync start. So that's those buttons on the left side of the screen. Okay, right here is our channel button, and I'm going to get into that a little bit later because that is a great button once you learn how to use that. Here's your balance, which gives you balance controls of everything. Once again, I wouldn't change any balances. I'd only raise the right one because I did a lot of work there. This is called an assign slider, so you can assign anything you want to this assign slider. What I did was I put reverb in there for my voice so I could adjust my reverb when I'm singing. So that's nice. Over here you have your scrolling buttons here, and they control your balances and things, and this does the same thing right here. These buttons do a lot of different things depending upon which screen you have up. So you want to look at that too in the videos. Next is your data entry wheel, and this allows you to scroll through things and do all kinds of cool things there. And whatever screen is on, this wheel will control it. And of course this is an enter button for when you're choosing a rhythm style. You can either choose it here or up in the window in the buttons here. You can choose it either place. And you could also use it in Music Finder when you have your favorite settings for songs. Just scroll to the favorite song, hit enter, and you're ready to go. Up here is your 2 tab buttons. And these 2 tab buttons, let's get a better look at those. Okay, so these 2 tab buttons, left and right, allow you to tab over to different things on the screen. Because there might be more than one page when you're into your function button or things like that. This is presets here that it's on now. You can actually store your favorite styles into your own folder. I don't really use that because I love the Music Finder. It's very simple to use that way. And here's the buttons if you're going to select something on the screen, and it works on both sides. So you can either use the wheel to scroll and hit enter right here, or you can just touch the button next to it. This is your exit button right here, and you exit out to the main screen whenever you like to do that. And I do use the exit button once in a while. Okay, on the right side of the Tyros, we start with our function button. The function button allows you to do all kinds of settings and changes and things like that. There's also a creator button next to that. Here's your Music Finder. If you've watched my videos, this is a very important button. Right up here are your sound groups, and just like in the styles, when you push a sound group button like piano there's 3 pages of pianos in there. If you push electric piano, 3 pages of electric piano. There's organ, there's so many pages in the organ. We've got 6 pages in there, which is pretty interesting because that's not the only organ button. Strings, choir, brass, bass, percussion, drum kit, accordions, pads, synths. Organ World, that's a new button, and you're going to want to see the video on Organ World because that's pretty incredible. Also, the new button on the Tyros 5 is the ensemble. It gives you ensembles of saxes and different instruments mixed together for great big band sounds. Up here we have the harmony and echo button. What harmony does, it gives you a full chord in your right hand if you can't play chords in your right hand, similar to Lowry's AOC or anything where you have a good chord there. Initial touch, which I never used. Sustain, I use a pedal for that, so I don't use that button. Mono, DSP, and variation. We'll get into those later too. Here is your 8 registration memories where you're going to store your favorite sounds. Here's where you can change banks and put more than 8 in there. The freeze button I never use, but we'll go over that too. Memory button is for storing. One-touch settings. That gives you complete great right hand sounds for any rhythm style that you choose, and it also turns everything on for ease of use. And over here is your part select. This is where you layer sounds right here, and this is going to be a great video as well. And of course, you see my little USB stick lit up over there, and that's where you put your thumb drive. So that's Tyros A to Z. On the back of the Tyros, you will find a little device to plug in that makes you wireless. It picks up the Wi-Fi in your house, and you can be live on the internet. Okay, so that is a quick overview of the buttons on the Tyros. We're also going to be on over the outputs and things like that in the back of the Tyros. But keep in mind that I'm a phone call away. If you call my private line, 1-800-280-MIKE, during normal store hours, I'm at the store every day. A great time to get me when I'm not as busy is in the evening. So answer calls till about 10 o'clock. So thanks for sticking with us here, and tell all your friends about our YouTube videos if they want to learn how to use their Tyros 5. And I hope you keep playing and enjoying. This is Mike Mixon from Keyboardamerica.com in Lewis, Delaware, saying have a great day.